How would you feel if a kindergartner was beaten up by somebody like, I don't know, a big man like Mr. Morrison? This guy must have some ego, thinking that beating up somebody smaller than him makes him stronger than he already is, right? But what if I told you that that same kindergartner, with the help of all his big and small friends, slapped Mr. Morrison up like Will Smith did Chris Rock? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the exact same thing that is happening to Ukraine and Russia on the world stage. Ukraine is the kindergartner, Russia is the bully, and the bully's tiny little brain is Vladimir Putin. But it wasn't always like this. Before this, there was a friendship between them called the Soviet Union. Russia even gave the city of Crimea to Ukraine when they were part of the Soviet Union. But even the USSR, which fell apart in 1991 and fell into the abyss of historically failed Soviet countries, came to an unfortunate end. But Russia, being Russia, wanted more power and wanted to bring back one of the largest empires in history with the birth of a government organization known as CIS. With the birth of CIS, Russia invited all former Soviet Union members to an event, like a baby shower or a play date. And this is where the bully in Russia started to emerge, when he talked about how the US sucked. Which I don't disagree with because of Ohio and Alabama, but unlike me, Ukraine isn't so critical. So they left the meeting and relaxed, right? Wrong. It turns out that there were leftover Soviet nukes, and you know what he does? He gives them back to Russia. What does Russia do in this situation? They attack Crimea with over 100,000 soldiers. They claim that they were just taking what was rightfully theirs. I have one question for you, Russia. Why would you attack Crimea when you gave it to them? Plus, they already gave you back the 1,700 nukes, which is more than enough to destroy you and all the members of CIS. And instead of destroying you, which wouldn't have gotten them into this mess, they signed the Lisbon Protocol, which gave you all the nukes by 1992. All they asked for was for you to not use any political, economical, or military attacks on them, as per the Charter of the UN, unless you felt threatened. And boy, oh boy, the big evil nuclear powerhouse bully totally got scared of the third world prepubescent. So what did you do? You sniffed out reason you should be scared of that developing nation, and found out that Ukraine and Georgia, another country a part of the Soviet Union, were thinking about joining NATO. You being you, what did you do? You fed fear into Ukraine so he would join NATO, an organization made to strengthen bonds and destroy the USSR by attacking Georgia. After all the hassle of sending land, air, and sea forces to attack Georgia, some people would think that you'd take a break. But no! When riots started breaking out in Ukraine, you just randomly swooped in and grabbed Crimea. And now, because of your greediness and stupidity, you're making the whole world collapse. So thank you, Russia, for bringing me and the whole world into World War III. Done.